My name is Hunter Heinzman, and I want to share with you why I think reading is one of the most important things that we can be doing. Because when we read the right books at the right times, it renews our mind, it renews our hearts, and it reinvigorates our spirit. One of the ways I see it renew our mind is it just gives freshness to it. Maybe you're reading a lot of technical books in seminary right now, or just in your life as ministry. I read commentaries, I feel like, daily. And sometimes I just need something different to read. And there's those moments when I'll pursue a fiction book. Maybe it's a little bit lighter. I read a great one called A Man Called Ove. I read The Alienist. I read Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, all kinds of books to read while I'm doing school reading that helps me give a new passion to reading when I'm maybe reading the same chapter 3 times for my Greek class over the summer and just being drained. I've found that those moments are not times to pull back, but to press in all the more into reading so that we can renew our love and refresh our mind in that. But on probably a deeper level than just refreshing our mind, I see many opportunities and many times where reading the right book can renew your heart. Maybe you've lost a passion for something, or maybe there's a passion that needs to be created within you. For me in college, that was the book Follow Me by David Platt. It renewed my heart within me and gave me a passion for discipleship and a longing to see people come to know Jesus and to grow in Christ-likeness. Just recently, as I was beginning my ministry, I was handed a book written by Bob Russell about what he had learned from his time in ministry. And I'm telling you, it was a book that I will read many times throughout my life. My heart was burning within me, one, just out of a response to God confirming the calling in my life, but also out of a desire to be a minister who glorifies God. And I was learning from this guy who I don't even know, who has shared me with his wisdom that he has learned from 50 years of ministry. And you just can't get that in other places. And I was able to take these passions that were creating in me and put them into application in my life. And then lastly, on the deepest level, I think reading the right books can reinvigorate your spirits. As you're reading through Scripture and as you're seeing these truths come out, if you're reading Christian authors alongside of them, some of the truths that you're learning in Scripture are illustrated in their books. One of the ways I've seen this, and I don't read just Christian authors, I read a plethora of authors, but I try to keep a steady diet of Christian authors. But one of the ways I've seen this is in J.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. Seeing Aragorn in his kingly glory gave me a new picture and a comprehension of Jesus' glory, even though it's still shallow as it could be. Or C.S. Lewis, the Screwtape Letters, helped me to see the ugliness of my sin. But in conclusion, I want to conclude with these things again, is that reading the right books can renew your mind, renew your heart, and reinvigorate your spirit. Thank you.